You're tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network, featuring news, interviews, and commentary on all things Black Hollywood. Hollywood redefined. From Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is Black Hollywood Live.
Fashion 411. Featuring the week's roundup of fashion news.
Black Hollywood Live. Hollywood redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host for Black Hollywood Live,
Fashion 411.
Song should be happy birthday to you. I hear my theme music. No, because it's
it's like a small speaker, so it feels weird.
Exactly. It feels strange. All right, if you guys are tuning in right now, this is Fashion 411 on Black Hollywood Live, and we promised you guys a very special guest in the studio, and she is with us here today.
Woo! We're
so excited. It is the legendary, iconic Miss Beverly Johnson.
Look at her, look at
her.
Welcome. Yes.
Fabulous.
Thank you.
We are so excited to have Beverly here, and it's also her birthday.
That's my birthday.
It is her birthday.
That's all I got.
Thank you for that. But we are so excited to have Beverly here, and not only is she an iconic supermodel, and we have lots to talk about, but she is also the 2014 recipient of the Quincy Jones Exceptional Advocacy Award. And we're going to learn a little bit more about that later, but now let's just everybody quickly introduce yourselves, and we can just dig right in.
Yes.
Val?
Oh my gosh, Beverly, you start to notice that I have a little French accent. I'm your French expert in fashion, bringing all the gossips between Paris and the US.
I love it.
And I'm thrilled that you're here. I mean, Elle magazine is my favorite magazine in the world, and I'm thrilled to have you here.
Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome. I obviously don't have that great of an accent, but I'm from Georgia. Take that. No, but I am your co-host, Courtney Stewart, and I'm always giving you guys the shoes and the nails because I'm the shoeaholic, shopaholic, and I love me some nails. And I could not be more gushing to be sitting next to this wonderful woman today. I'm so excited to meet you and talk some more. Thank you.
I have a Georgian cousin. I'm related.
And I'm your co-host, Diona Vaughan. I used to work in the fashion world in New York, and now I'd like to think of myself as your budget's, go-to resource for looking fabulous for less. And I, too, am so excited to have you here. So let's kick things off.
Such a sexy resource. You're such a sexy resource.
I try because not everybody has like a big budget. So
that's true.
It's
you
like
gotta always,
so at all price
points,
points, it's
always
so
looking
important.
for the deal. Always looking for that deal.
Always.
And even if you hit the jackpot, we always love to get great deals.
You
know,
Exactly. You feel accomplished. So yeah.
Like,
sometimes it's better than sex, right? Anyway,
I'm not sure about that. Speaking of that,
It's up there. I mean, I recently lost 20 pounds, and now I can get back into the sample sizes.
Yes,
true.
I saw an interview of you a couple weeks ago. You completely.
And I did it all in the name of fashion. Because I want those samples.
Yeah.
They can say, Beverly, we love you very much, but you don't have the fashion samples, you don't have that. And so I'm like, yes, exactly. I'm doing the best I can. So exactly, I mean, that's why I did that.
Well,
what
did
you do? Did you just diet and exercise? Like, how did you do that? I was just eating clean.
Just
eating clean? Eating clean.
Okay.
Because
working out a lot.
Eating clean, meaning, oil and fat and carbs. Of course, the first week you want to eat somebody's arm.
I'm
like, break that arm looks good, but after that, then it's really good. And for me, it just came right off. And so now I'm into
What was your main indulgence? What was the thing that you had to have?
I'm a sugar addict. Okay. I am a sugar addict.
Okay. Were you into juicing at all these new trends?
I did all that. I did that book in the 80s. I was always before my time in the way of, health and beauty, and I've done 2 beauty books, and the juicing aspect of it came with the second husband in the first book.
But what works the best for you, like nowadays?
But now is really eating clean, and not
quite like Christy Brinkley, fish and water, fish and water. but you have to realize we came up in an era where we thought water was fattening. We didn't even drink water, okay, because we said it's fattening. So we were really abusive to our bodies. So now I realize that you can have your proteins and your vegetables and and your very moderate portions, and really it comes off.
All right.
Do you feel like from that time, just very quickly from that time, do you have any like scars, not scars, but things in your body that...
No, you said scars, you're right, scars. No,
yeah,
absolutely.
but that's not necessarily what I mean, but like, things that happened to you while you were like under this strict, like crazy diet. Do you think like a couple years after you feel like, I don't know, like you lacked of something or it...
Well, not lack. I think that really, because for myself, I suffered with anorexia and also bulimia. And those kind of conditions, that's one of the occupational hazards of being a fashion model. Of course, I was very thin growing up, but, as you grow up, you no longer are thin. And then, they still want you thin. So I went through, quite a few dramatic, changes to achieve that kind of look, chiseled to the bone look. And thus, I am very much aware of, the pitfalls of, going back there. So food is consciously and every day on my mind.
Wow.
In a sense of I have to be careful.
It's a touchy subject.
Yeah, and when I'm really, like before, when I was 20 pounds heavier, I thought I was so thin and fabulous.
And you probably still were.
I was most certainly fabulous, but now that I'm like 20 pounds lighter, I see where I have to lose more weight. You see how
you're trying to lose more? No, you're not trying to lose more.
But I mean, I'm just saying how my mind works, and that's one of the...
But did you reach the goal that you're happy with? Like now, do you feel like you love your body?
Well, I love the fact that I can get into my sample size and my designers. Come, designers.
It's like an orgasm.
Sydney.
Bring it on, guys.
That I'm very, very happy with. And also, I can, share, what I did to achieve those 20 pounds with people like you and your
but because whenever you shrink, even if you lose 20 pounds, do it very consciously, because doing the yo-yo is terrible.
Yes.
And then you become obsessive, and that's the start of the end.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there are so many ways today to do it. There's sex, there's working out, everything to
work out, eat clean.
All right. So it's time to have a little fun.
Yes, the hot gossips from
gossip.
So we just finished the Fashion Week. As you know, there is another week coming up right now, today for a week in Paris. What is it? It's something week. Something,
kind of week?
Yes, like another Fashion Week, but it's not a Fashion Week, but it's like a week completely obsessed on that person. Very happening.
Do we get
all the fashion
choice?
Yes, let's give us some options.
Oh my gosh, yes. Is it Anna Wintour's week? Is it Pharrell Williams' week? Or is it Whoopi Goldberg's week?
Pharrell or Anna Wintour?
I would say Pharrell.
Yes, oh my gosh.
Ding, 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 ding.
All right.
Pharrell Williams' week.
You
It's
love
actually
him.
official, girls. Yes.
gets a
It's
week.
Wow,
in Paris.
he
Gets a week. I mean, he's everywhere. He's a producer, he's an actor, he's an ambassador. He's like the #1 person who matches with brands, who does collaboration. 14 collaboration right now in Paris. At the Colette store. As you guys know, Colette store is the fashionista, all the gadgets, all the new trends, whether it's in clothing, whether it's in everything. Everything starts in Colette. You can't go to Paris without going to Colette. So Pharrell Williams is doing a collaboration with 14 designers. Can be like I'm going to tell you a little bit more. It's Adidas, Timberland, Mona. You know that. Mona is the historical trunk bag, like the Parisian brand. So they're completely getting a little bit more modern with Pharrell's Williams touch, getting like new surprises, mini collection around like the idea of the locomotive, old toys, vintage. Yes. I knew I shouldn't just say that word. So from the floor to the ceiling, it's all about Pharrell Williams.
Wow.
So you can get exclusive product, limited editions. Yes.
Let's go. Let's go.
We
gotta go
now. But really, I couldn't
Wow.
say no to you, so I just stayed for you, of course. because I know you guys would have like, give me my ticket. Go Val, go get the scoop for Farrell.
So awesome.
And you know what? Yeah, and what's awesome? There are two brands that he's very gonna, he's very gonna put his like footprint on. It's Mona, the famous historical trunk bag, and today we got the new perfume in couple hours, releasing the new flavors of La Durée. La Durée, you know it. Your favorite French macarons. La Durée is like the Rolls Royce of the macarons. It's a delicacy. It's like a mini pastry.
Wow.
You know it. Talk to us about the macarons.
You can't have just one. Believe me. It's like. It's orgasmic.
It is. If you enter in a La Durée place, guys, I mean, you can find La Durée at Charles de Gaulle Airport, Paris. There are different places to find La Durée. It's like a Disneyland of homemade macarons, tender, melting.
Can we not talk about that right
now? We're getting hungry.
We're drinking water.
To these flavors, there is also the perfume, girl from Comme des Garçons.
Yes.
There is also t-shirts, iPhone case, Peace, Love, World, Uniqlo shirt. I mean, it's crazy.
That's
and
awesome.
some of the funds that he gets goes for his foundation, of course, for the kids in needs everywhere in the world. And his foundation is one hand to another. So that's pretty cool.
I think that's
amazing.
Wow.
Now,
Wonderful.
do you recall Pharrell Williams and his hat that got so much attention?
Of course.
As a fashion star yourself, what did you think about that hat?
I think it was fabulous. I love him. I remember, my daughter and them are all around, the same age, and so Beyonce and the Destiny Child, and I remember, all of them as little kids.
Do you remember Pharrell Williams being like a little kid?
Yeah. Well, he was younger. Let's say that.
He doesn't
He doesn't.
He doesn't age.
Yeah, he was just really wonderful and brilliant, and he always has been. And I'm really great that everyone is really
embracing it.
Embracing it.
It's awesome
Thank
to
you
see
so
his
much.
rise in this world
It's
too.
because he's
doing
been
it
that
all.
way always.
Are you still? Are your daughter? Is she still close to him? Or are they
My
still
daughter
friends?
just gave me my third grandchild, so she's 3 under 3.
I was gonna say
oh my
that.
God!
Came right back to
I am
that.
so in love. I tell my daughter, I wish I could go straight to grandhood, but she said, "Thanks a lot, Ma." I said, "No, I love you very much, but this is like."
It's like the macarons of La Durée.
So
It is. So that's what my daughter
You're a
is
grandma.
doing. Yeah. I'm
Grandma,
softer.
grandma.
They call me
That
softer.
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 Oh, that's so sweet.
Yes, it is very sweet.
All right, what else
That's
we got?
fantastic. And something else around the fashionista world. Do you know, guys, what is the latest hotel in New York? All the fashionistas are dying to stay in this hotel before going to the Met Ball. The party doesn't even happen anywhere else. It starts at this hotel. So you see Anna Wintour, you see Lupita Nyong'o, you see everyone. It's been a couple hints. It's been renewed in 2009. It was an 87 years old institution in New York.
I
a
hope
real
it's
palace.
not my hotel that I'm staying at, because mine is the best kept secret. I'm not going to even say
So
it.
don't mention it.
I will
Oh,
not.
you're talking about the
No.
I'll find your
Keeping it a
hotel.
secret.
Oh, no. So, but go
Well, it's
ahead.
probably not that one because it's a known place, but it's an amazing because it's been a palace for 87 years with so many history. It was the Hotel of New York. It's been redecorated, a new chef, everyone is over there. So is it the François, the Marie-Pierre, or the Marc?
It's the mark.
See, that's your hotel. I
No,
saw
it's
your
not.
eyes.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
I know that.
And I'm glad that
It's
it's
too
not.
mainstream, it's too red carpet. You don't like to be too much at the spot where all the
Well,
fashion
this
industry is.
particular hotel that I'm speaking of, you can't even get service on your cell phone.
Oh.
And,
It's one of
and
those.
Like a retreat.
Wi-Fi, and so I had to beat my boyfriend into submission. You are going to stay here, and we just
Bondage
had
theme
crazy
hotel.
sex. And so he's okay, we'll stay here. We'll stay here. Can you imagine how romantic that is?
I was gonna say you're completely cut off.
Yeah, cut off.
There's left
And it's a
Technology.
lap of luxury, and that's all I'll say.
Oh.
Actually, you know what?
I have some
understand.
thoughts.
We're gonna have to inspect that
A lot of new
more.
hotels from word of mouth, especially, like in Palm Springs or in LA that I know are doing this new service. They say
This is in
actually
New York
not
City.
having Wi-Fi.
This is New York City.
Yeah.
This is
I know, absolutely, but I know that this is kind of like a mini
Becoming a
trend.
trend.
I don't think
yeah.
that it'll be a trend. Most people, because
It freaks
because
them out.
it's an addiction.
Yeah.
And they can't stand it. But I love it because,
Yeah.
first of all, you know you're going to go out to eat anyway. So you go downstairs or you go in the hallway somewhere where you can get a service if you really need it that badly. But it's the most romantic place. So much that we're thinking about
Can you
making
give us a
that.
couple hints?
No way.
No, it's her
That's
best
gonna be-
kept secret.
That's going to be like our second home now in New
Nice.
York.
Oh my god.
Is it more Upper East?
It's right in the middle.
In the middle of everything.
Would
Oh, it's the
not.
little bungalow in Central Park.
Oh,
is
no.
it the little boathouse?
you're hilarious.
Almost.
We're gonna have to, like,
All right,
follow
well,
her
guys,
around.
it was the
Alright.
Mark Hotel. Everyone is rushing to the Mark Hotel. You
Yes.
got all the designers, the fashion industry, and
I'm
it's
trying
really
to
the
find out
happening
where
place.
this one is at. Get my boyfriend off the
Of course,
computer.
it's not like
How am I
intimate
good
place.
with the questions? How am I good with the answering
you know
everything?
all of it.
I'm in the know.
You're in the know.
I'm in
the
the
Mark
know.
Hotel, Beverly?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so we have a segment called Outfit of the Week. So we like to spot an outfit and tell everybody where to find it. And I thought it'd be fun since you are here with us today, just to see, like, you know, what is old becomes new again, because we all know that fashion comes in cycles and everything gets recycled. So I found a photo of you in a magazine spread wearing a classic wrap dress.
Look
Let's
at
see.
her looking fabulous.
Look at that. I wish it wasn't cut off so you
Yeah,
could
they're not
see
cut
it.
off on the side.
Oh,
Screens.
great. So that is you in 1974.
Whoa.
And let's
Wow.
see here. The dress is by Leslie Faye, and it was listed as being available for $40 at Lord & Taylor.
Oh, love it.
I mean, 1974.
So that looks
Wow.
like an Irving Penn photograph in Vogue. For $40, they had a $40 dress in
$40
Vogue.
dress in Vogue.
$40. Now, fast forward to 2014, and the wrap dress she's still there. She still has traction.
Yes.
Now she's prints, she's long, she's short, she's silk, she's all these different fabrics. And pictured right here is Miss Naomi Harris in a wrap dress. It's for the Altazura for Target line.
Oh.
$40. Same price.
What?
That's why I did that.
Wonderful.
Inflation.
I love it. I might be dating myself, but Diane von Furstenberg.
Oh, yes,
I wore
she's the
her
queen.
wrap dress, the first one,
First one.
Wow, she
Oh,
is.
1970 something.
She
for
is the
Newsweek.
queen.
Yeah.
And she's still around.
Yeah.
She's
Love
still
her.
around.
Still
And we're
around.
also
She's
cool.
good.
Yes.
She's
I
got
mean-
a reality show coming out.
That's
actually.
right,
Yeah.
on E.
So,
I love her.
classic timeless dress.
Yes.
Same price 40 years later.
That's crazy.
So you guys run out and buy it because it's still.
still have
you
a
know,
few at Target
They
you can
still have a
find,
few,
yeah.
and it's $40.
I
So
want it.
There you go.
Oh
And I
my
like that
gosh.
hemline
Yeah.
Yes.
length on Miss Johnson over there. It's just newer.
Miss Johnson knew how to
Miss Johnson knew how to
swing it.
work it.
Oh.
Look at that hip.
Right. So what you got for beauty, Courtney?
Well, beauty this week, as I mentioned earlier, I'm always into nails, and this week I'm back on nails again because I finally got to try the new Sally Hansen Miracle Gel Kit.
I wanted to try
And
that.
Can I just explain to you guys? Because I'm not one of those people that like immediately thinks, oh, it's going to be great. I was like, there's no way it's going to be great.
Another product for nails. Yeah.
It is great. And the color, if nothing else, the color selection is so vast and the polish is so rich. I'm wearing it right now. I'm not great at doing my own
love it.
nails.
You have
but
beautiful hands.
Thank you.
I want to know how
Yeah.
long does it last?
Well, so far I am 6 days in.
That's 6 days?
Now, do you need the little drying
No, that's
machine?
why it's amazing. There's no UV light needed. They specially formulated the polish and the top coat to supposedly last up to 14 days. Whether
Okay,
I get to
that's what
14
we wanna
days,
know.
I'm not.
I know.
I don't know
Okay,
yet.
now,
but
I'm
this-
skeptical.
Do you
about
wash dishes, Courtney?
I
need to
do,
know.
but I always wear gloves. Don't get me wrong. I wash dishes, but I wear gloves
beautiful
because I don't want. My skin gets irritated. But I wash dishes.
Nice.
Y'all know, see my hair. I braid up my hair at night. like,
For now,
Wow.
it's only
Yes.
6 days. All the products recently last minimum 6
Yes.
days. I'm dying to see
how I
couple
want to
days.
see if I can get to
Yeah.
the 2 weeks. I'm gonna let it just. I'm one of those people that can't deal with chipped nail nail polish, but I'm going to let it go for the full 14 days to really have a picture.
Oh,
14
please,
days
please
later.
let us know, because
Fantastic.
I can't stand going in there getting my nails done. Something like this, just I can't.
Oh, you don't
sit
like going to a
there
salon?
still.
You like to
I
get it-
just can't sit still, and that would be just
And not doing
a great
it.
alternative.
It's a great alternative, and it's not super expensive. The polishes range at Walgreens, they're $7.99. CVS, Mark's Met, $9.99. The top coat is $9.99. So when you buy the top
That's
coat,
great.
and literally, I'm telling you guys, the range of colors that were available are just. I was like, Sally Hansen, y'all just done did it. Because I love nail polish, and I literally was in the store just like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah,
It's
if it
just
really
so
lasts,
much.
that would be such
Yes.
a revolution.
Awesome.
You don't
Great.
even need to go to your like joint next door
Great
to do
gloss,
like for 2 hours your
super
gel.
Soft, luxurious. I love it.
Lovely.
Go for it, guys.
Well, I still have to be
All
pampered.
right. Wow.
You can.
It's time to talk to our special guest.
I
So
know, we gotta know some
tell
stuff
us,
about you.
all about this award you're getting, this Quincy Jones Award this year, because it sounds amazing.
I am the international spokesperson for the Global Down Syndrome Foundation.
Congratulations.
And thank you so much. My niece has Down syndrome, and also my first cousin has Down syndrome. So I have been on this journey with my younger sister and trying to search out, the special needs that these children have, educational and health-wise. And when I came upon this organization, I can't even remember how, but somebody mentioned Global Down Syndrome. I was like, I'm there, because it was just something I've always wanted to do, and I didn't know what to do for my sister. And this organization, John C., who was the founder of Showtime and Stars Network, his daughter had a child with Down syndrome. So the organization was birthed there. John C. and Quincy Jones are best friends. The billionaires usually are.
Stick together.
And so it's been 4 years, and the work that they've done, and they give a fashion show. Be Beautiful, Be Yourself. And my niece participated, and I participated, and to see these children and young adults come alive on the runway. Jamie Foxx's sister, Deandra, has Down syndrome, and she was an ambassador. And honey, they worked the runway
ass,
like
honey.
no
This is
other.
amazing.
And so
Yeah.
I've been very involved in this organization and spreading the word. And fashion's my thing, and the fashion show and everything. And so this year I'm getting the Quincy Jones Exceptional Advocacy Award.
And you deserve it. That's
I am
amazing.
so proud. I've known Quincy for years. He got my daughter into, private school when the list was, whatever. And he's just been a wonderful person, and our kids went to school together, and he's just an amazing man. I got to see him last night at another event, a carousel ball. But he said, he hugged me and said, "You deserve it," and it's in Denver. But it's just amazing. People think they know kids with Down syndrome, but there are children there that speak 7 languages, that can play every instrument. I mean, we're there for them to reach their potential, and I think every human being deserves to reach their potential in life. And not only that, in the research department, they found that the chromosome for Down syndrome is the same chromosome for Alzheimer's.
Wow.
Really?
And it was founded with this money from research. And so it's just an amazing organization. I'm very proud of it. Thank you for having me on so that I can speak to your viewers about it. And
Thank you
it's
for
happening
doing
in
it, for
Denver,
standing up
October
for that.
25th.
Wow.
Lovely.
Wow.
Now, for people that are listening to this or hearing things, are there ways that they can get involved and help the organization locally, or how does
Yes,
that work?
it's the Global Down Syndrome Foundation. That is the name of the foundation. I'm sure you can Google it. We're welcome contributions, and we have an event in Denver, and then also we have one in D.C. But one way that you can get involved is write your congressperson, because it's one of the most prevalent conditions, and it's not discriminating. Japanese people, it hits everyone, and it's the least funded, federally funded condition. So you can write, your congressman and your senator and tell them that we need more funds for this
Did you
condition.
feel like it's still a taboo?
Yes, well, because before, child with Down syndrome, they're just pushed in a closet, or I think I know a little bit about being discriminated against, being an African American, and they're discriminated against in every way possible, and ridiculed and bullied, and all of those horrible things. And so we're shining a light on it, and we're putting these kids with this condition, on a platform up where they should be.
Yeah. Wow. I was also reading somewhere that the Be Beautiful, Be Yourself fashion show is the largest fundraiser for Down syndrome.
Yes, I mean in 4 years. This has happened in 4 years.
Yeah.
Yes,
and with the help of
amazing.
the voice of the celebrities and
Yes.
the fashion world. I mean, it's amazing. Whenever you reach that level, you need to give back. You need to definitely do something, have a meaning.
And Jamie
it's
Foxx
fabulous.
and Quincy and Kira Phillips from CNN and lots of other celebrities have really
Reached out.
devoted their time and energy and voice for this very necessary condition, so that we can really get the funds and help in these beautiful kids and young adults reach their full potential, because my niece has exploded, okay? The first year she said, Auntie, can you hold my hand down the runway? She's like, I don't need you now, okay? I got this, okay? I got this. And she's blossomed as a young woman. I mean, she has a boyfriend.
How old is she?
She's 23.
Oh, wow.
And it's just to see her, just 4 years ago to the woman that she is now, it means everything.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
I love
That's
that
awesome.
statement, though.
Yeah.
Everybody deserves to reach their full potential.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Shouldn't
Yep.
be pigeonholed just because we don't know enough about it or think
Yes.
it's different. Yeah,
Let's
that's
check it out,
beautiful.
guys.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Check it out online.
All right. So we have burning questions for you, obviously. You're Beverly Johnson. First of all, your skin, you guys, her skin is just
I know, we want to be like, hey, tell us how you do it
amazing.
all
What are your
first.
secrets?
Because she can
So
finally
much.
get into the sample cells.
Yeah, exactly. All that water, a gallon and a half of water
Like-
before noon.
Gallon and a half of water.
It gives a new
What simple
meaning
cells to
to
go,
I have
Beverly?
to go to the bathroom.
What are the top 3 products you use? Like, just,
Skin?
yeah, for your skin.
Oh dear. See, what you have to realize is that I'm in the beauty business. So
Correct, yeah.
So my bathroom is like CVS.
Yes.
I love it.
I mean, people go in there and go, "This is not really your bathroom." I mean, it's like crazy because so I'm really big on cleansing right now. I think it's really important. Where before we were like treating the skin a little bit more delicately, but now we're into the cleansing of the skin. So I'm doing a lot of cleansing. I don't go to sleep with my makeup, even if I have a hot date.
yeah, that's a no-no.
And I have a fiance now. I'll put on the eyes and everything in the lips, but honey, will be no foundation on this face because it's not good. So I never go to bed with makeup on.
That's for
And if I do, I get up and take it
hours
off
after.
and then get back into bed.
Okay.
Wow.
And then water is really great, and just really just paying attention. Retina A. There's so many wonderful products that you can buy over the counter.
Yeah.
That really work. Where before they used to be all like nonsense.
Tell us.
You must have some lotion, potion.
really
Come
love.
on.
I'm talking to you. Avon has a great product. I'm talking about Rock has a great product. I mean, there are so many products that you can buy that really help improve your skin. And of course, we all know about Botox and fillers and all those things. And all
You don't
those
have
things
anything,
are
right?
brilliant. Of course I have Botox. I could
you
not have
don't.
it. It helps me with my headaches.
It's only for your migraines,
It's
right?
only for my headaches.
Oh, when the
Yes.
sample cells are done,
Exactly.
I need my buttocks.
But anyways, so I'm a golfer. I live in the desert, and I moved there because of the game, and so and it's a physical game. I mean, it's a sport,
Right.
And it's a discipline, and it's a spiritual, and you have to get into a Zen-like state, and it's hard. It's as
Really?
hard as business.
What
Because
got
it
you
looks
into
so
golfing?
I always wanted to do it. I used to watch it with my father as a little girl, and we was talking like this, And I just loved it. And I said, when I grow up, I want to learn how to play golf. So that's what I did.
All right.
So
Where
anyway,
is it? Is it around Palm Springs over there?
Yes.
Just going all over the
Rancho
place.
Mirage. So those are the
yes.
keys. You know, eating good and water, sports and sex. Those are the
Any
4
little
keys.
macarons here and there, not saying no to any sugar.
Every
here and there.
now and then, never hurt any.
Never heard any.
Yes.
Love that.
I have another quick question. What do you think about all this artificial beauty? The fake butts and, you know, the fillers and you know, like, what do you think about all that?
Well, you know, I just think that we've really come a long way with beauty in a sense. Well, I love butts, okay. I got to do so many squats to get a freaking butt. You know what I mean? I think it's great. I think it's all great. Oh, my God. But from when they used to give facelifts and how that used to, you know, distort because you really didn't recognize the person after they got a facelift, they go, "Hey, it's me, Mary." And you'd be like, "Mary who?" You know. And to what they're doing now, where they're actually doing the fillers and the little mini lifts, where you still can recognize the person. I think it's wonderful.
Love it.
I do. I think that, you know, if you know, we should be able to look and feel. I mean, isn't that going to be crazy? People are going to be running around looking like us, and we're going to be like 100 years old. It's gonna be like, dang, you know. But that's the way. But what's wonderful is that we're matching the superficial, the outside, with the inside. Because I'm a big women's health activist and advocate. In the way of the mammograms, the colonoscopy, you girls are too young for that. All these things that you have to do to maintain and to live a healthy life, because you know that's first. Without your health, I don't care how good you look. That's true. That's first, or how much money you have. So that's, you know, the foundation is the health, and then everything piled on top. Hey, is icing on the cake.
You also need an amazing surgeon, right? Because I need your contact, because you look so natural. So
I wish
amazing.
I could, but we still got to get down the keloid thing with us.
Yeah.
So we're not there yet, so we can't, you know, but we don't
do
crack
it.
anyways.
Yeah.
But
You heard it here
every woman
first.
falls in love with her plastic surgeon, or if it's a plastic surgeon in a room, you'll be like, "Hi, how are you? I'm Beverly Johnson." I mean, it's like I said. I asked this guy, his name is Dr. Charles Boyd. He's a black plastic surgeon, and Gary in the end. Anyways, and he's good looking too. I said, "How does it feel to have that kind of power?" He said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "The power of women. Look at all these women like they were like around him like bees, like he was honey." And I mean, because they have the power of, it's like the fountain of youth that they have in their hands, and it's just getting better and better. So.
Yeah. Well, just speaking to that, Tyra Banks recently wrote an article for the Wall Street Journal where she sort of talked about how she saw beauty evolving and the changes that will come. She actually mentioned that she felt like beauty was going to be so attainable for everybody that the model will be as obsolete as a horse and carriage. And she also thought that women's empowerment will no longer be a concept that we even care about because the balance of power will have shifted so much. How do you kind of see beauty evolving in the next sort of 50 years? Because it's changed so much up to now. What do you see happening coming forward?
It has. I mean, you're talking about stem cells. I mean, you're talking about cloning people. I mean, you know, there's so. But I think that where it's going to go is to a really a deeper level, to a spiritual level. I like to say when I talk about aging, because a lot of women, I'm 60 years old.
That
Don't tell anybody
6 years
that.
young, honey.
That can be possible.
But I'm not going to celebrate the big 60 for another 5 or 6 years because I want to have a big birthday.
Looking at you.
But it just means that I like to call it aging of the soul gracefully. So what's going to age is the soul. And whether you do that gracefully or not, no matter what you look like on the outside, it's the soul that needs to be aged gracefully. And so that's my next book.
We got
some things coming out from this, right?
Yes.
There is a sequel from your previous book. Like the previous book was more like, okay, what to do to really maintain your body, your health, everything from the outside.
Yes.
But you're going towards something definitely more more mental, more
spiritual.
Spiritual. Absolutely.
Is where it all emanates from, is the soul. And that's what lives on forever, is our soul.
Get it right.
On the other hand, whenever you do a lot of golf, you have the time to think of, right?
Well, you
I'm
have
not
to
a
get in
great
that place.
into
You're
golf.
one with nature, and if anyone has ever tried to hit that little white ball, you know it's
did.
God that made you hit it because it's so difficult.
I get
It
so
is
bored
so
in the golf.
difficult. So it's
I
difficult.
can't.
It's
I can't.
hot. There are no trees on the
Exactly.
golf course. I'm like,
It's
how
like you
did
just
you
hit the
decide
ball,
you wanted
yeah.
to be
You
on a
just
golf
walk.
course?
You just walk.
It's the challenge.
It is a challenge,
It's
that's
the
for sure.
challenge. It's like business. It's hard. You know, people. You
I
know,
believe it's business. That's all you do is
know,
business on a golf course.
Yeah, but yeah, it's the challenge. It's really the challenge.
Interesting.
So obviously you are an icon. You broke a lot of barriers.
Thank
First
you.
black woman on, actually it was first the cover of Glamour, correct?
Well,
And then Vogue was like
I was the first African American to grace the cover of Vogue magazine in August 1974. There had been women of color on Glamour, but I've had 20 or so Glamour
Lots of
covers. But it's the Vogue cover that really said to America and the world that we are beautiful too, and that little girls and women and grandmothers can look at, you know, this fashion Bible, Vogue, and say, wow, I can look like that, and I am beautiful, and that's what it meant.
Did you feel the effects of that immediately? Once the cover was out, did you get the reception immediately, or did you not realize what an impact it was until much later?
Well, what happened was every model wants to be on the cover of Vogue magazine. And discrimination and all of that, of course, exists in the fashion world, but there are things that weren't really discussed, or at least I didn't hear. So I didn't know I was the first person of color.
Oh, wow.
It was a reporter that told me, hey, how does it feel to be, and they were from Europe.
Well, the Elle magazine was just after Vogue, right?
Yes, and I was the first woman of color on the cover of Elle magazine. And in Paris, we were thinking at that time that's where a lot of our patriots went, was to Paris for the freedom of speech and art, and Paul Robeson, Josephine Baker, just to name a few. But so it was only then that I found out from the reporters that were calling in one of these interviews, and I realized at that moment that I really didn't know who I was or my African heritage, and that put me on my journey of self-discovery, was that cover. It actually was the defining moment in my life, more than in just my career life, but in my life.
wow.
You know, like back at that time, all these models, whether it's Iman, whether it's Claudia Schiffer, whether it's, you know, all these generation of models that started everything, you know, there were some rules whenever you got discovered, working with agents, you know, you all have a story behind it, whenever it's, you know, being 15 like Iman, or being discovered somewhere, walking on the beach, walking something. Today, it's completely different, the approach to reveal like a new model, to be, you know, revealed, to be discovered, with all this reality TV. Look at Kendall Jenner, look at the son of David Beckham. It's all, I mean, not all, of course, but there is a lot of the son, the daughter of. It's really, you can be discovered by on Instagram.
It's nepotism.
On stuff, yeah. What did you feel? I mean, what is your point of view of that? Did we break an institution? Are we losing it, or how is the fashion industry on that side?
Well, actually, the fashion industry is more about celebrity driven. So you have a lot of celebrities on the covers of magazines and in the pages of magazine. And believe me, the designers and the photographers, they ain't happy, you know, because they don't fill up the page. I mean, there's something to be said about a model and in her dimensions and her, you know, in her frame, and, you know, from shoulder to waist. It's very technical, you know.
It's a product.
Exactly, and that you have to fit. So basically, that's where it is now. It's really celebrity driven. The magazine, the actual magazine, like your show, is now digital.
Yes.
You know, that's the future. So if you get a hold of one of those Vogue magazines in '74, please send it to me, because I don't have it's going to be worth a lot of money one day. You know what I mean? So. I don't know. I see the business evolving. Myself personally, I never wanted to be a model. I wanted to be a lawyer and then a judge. and I kind of fell into it. I needed money, and they were saying they were making $75 an hour. I was like standing there with their hands on their hips. Take me to your leader.
Take me to your leader.
I'm like, I think I can do that, But so I didn't grow up with that thing, I love fashion, or you dress your dolls, and I was a competitive swimmer, and so. But when I got into the industry, it was like I found out about that side of my brain, the artistic side of my brain. I wanted to know everything about it. I wanted to do runway when you weren't supposed to do runway because you were a cover girl. And meet with the designers and Valentino and have them, drape all. It's just an amazing world, and I don't foresee that kind of talent ever going anywhere, and just evolving and keep evolving, like Pharrell, and what he's doing and taking it to different levels. So I think it's all good. I think let it go where it's supposed to go.
Awesome. I like
Very
that. Let
nice.
it go where it's supposed to go.
I like that.
Because it's going to go anyway.
We have a little bit more fun planned for you, Courtney. Bam!
All right, we have time to get to it. We have a little thing we like to call Take It or Leave It. And basically, we're going to look at some shots over the years of things you have worn.
Be prepared.
And we're going to say, we want to know from you, like, what would you take from that look and keep it, and what would you do with it today? So we're going to start out first with a shot from the 1970s. I believe it was Francesco Scavulo from 1974, a 30s inspired look with a tweed skirt and blazer and a nice little side-tipped hat there. Would you rock that outfit today? Would you take anything from it?
I would take that and put that on right now with those spectator shoes. Oh my God, so chic. I love the length of the hair. I'm getting a little bit carried away with the hair now. We got it. But it's just, there's just something about the classic lines. There's just something about the cleanness and the elegance of that look.
Simplicity.
Simplicity.
It is so simple.
Classic silhouettes.
And that I would most certainly tell you did not cost $40.
Definitely couldn't find a price point on that, but it was gorgeous, and I'm so excited that you love it so much because I was obsessed when I saw this picture. And I love that the hats are kind of in the season because I think the thing that we've lost is like hats and gloves that people used to wear all the time.
All the details, the ladylike details.
And I'm glad we're back with the handbags.
The scarves. I love scarves. Like wrapping myself even if it's warm. Just love the scarves.
All right, we got to keep going though. But coming up on the 80s for Harper's Bazaar, you did another picture with a very sparkly turquoise-colored jumpsuit with one sleeve and a nice little sash around the waist.
Is that Halston? No, is that Armani? Who's that?
They didn't have the designer listed, so I didn't want to
tell
guess.
us, Beverly.
But I know it was in Harper's Bazaar.
I know one thing. I want that again.
Don't you love how all of this is still
Yeah, it's all
That's
relevant.
the jumpsuit.
Yes,
That's a
the
jumpsuit.
And jumpsuits are all over the place right now.
Yeah.
And it's actually amazing for now. Actually, I want it too. Like this sheer
right
purple
now.
lavender.
It's got this like sheer look thing. And can I just tell you, your hair is like
Isn't that
everything. It's
And
like
that is no hair extensions. Hello.
yes, I was like that's very 80s.
That's
Like the blowout looks
Yes,
fantastic.
it's really
all right,
good.
so obviously
Great.
we're keeping everything so far.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna move on to the 1990s, and you wore very sexy Gianni Versace
Even I
bondage
hate that
dress.
picture.
Yes, I love this picture. But I don't think I'll be putting that on.
I'll take that.
But it's really, Johnny, Johnny, I
was
love it.
doing
But the
it.
one thing I do
Is it
regret,
Versace?
this
Yes, it's
Versace,
Versace.
I regret throwing the belt away.
That's a
You threw it
fabulous
away.
belt.
Threw
My daughter told me if you haven't had it on in 2 or 3 years, you throw it away.
No. That's regular people.
People that shop at Macy's.
Not
Not
into
this.
fashion. You keep it. It's
I
becoming
threw
vintage. You know it. Oh my
everything.
gosh,
I didn't
I'll be
throw
crying.
it away, but I
Gave it
Put it-
away to
I
someone.
put
Well,
it
you
away.
can kindly contact
You'll
us
be like,
for any
looking through your
other
garbage.
when you next time you clean out your closet.
Can you
Maybe if
imagine
somebody
that?
sees it, maybe, a couple years ago, like decades
my
ago, you picked that belt from the
I
garbage.
I cannot believe I listened to that child. Can you believe that? These Saint Laurent tuxedo jumpsuits, all this stuff that I had. And I used to go shopping with her, and I said, Ananta, I have that belt. Mom, you don't have that belt. It's different now. I said, no, it's not. I have that exact belt. I'm telling you. You know, so it comes back around. So
it comes back around.
What's happening to you? I mean, you look like Britney Spears on that picture.
Oh, you said that. You the hair, lighten up the hair.
Got a little honey brown
This
hair.
was a Vogue party.
Yeah.
A
Yes.
Vogue party.
Like a pop star.
Thank
You
you.
look like a pop star supermodel, yes.
Yeah.
Well, our most recent, obviously the 90s, we're now into the 2000s, and you rocked this beautiful plunging neckline white gown at the 2013 BET Awards.
Look at that. That's really pretty. I don't know what dress who did
Love
that.
it.
It was gorgeous.
Fit you fabulous. That was the first time I ever saw you in person, and I.
Oh,
This is-
yes,
yeah.
I do remember.
Yes.
I never forget a face. You know.
But totally glamorously
Thank you.
wonderful, and that hair.
Thank you. Thank you
That's
very
how she
much.
does it.
I'm in the hair business.
BET Awards, yeah. That was like right out of a movie.
Thank you.
Fabulous.
You know, Hollywood starlet. But that's how we'll wrap it up and take it or leave it. So obviously, guys, all you have to do is Google Beverly Johnson and look at all her outfits. And if you wear it today, you're gonna be fine, regardless. If you don't know
And
what
if you
else to
find
do,
the
wear
belt,
what she's
contact
got
us.
on. I know. We're gonna close the show out. We always do a style watch, and we're watching on Instagram. As we talked before, beauty and fashion is evolving constantly, and Instagram is the place where we're finding a lot of fashion these days. One of our fashionistas of this week is Trish, and you can find her at According to Trish. Her blog is Fashion According to the Menu, and for all of you foodie travelers and fashionistas, she has a great blog and pictures for food and travel, and she loves a good coat, vest, look belted all over her blog. Check it
She
out.
doesn't know too much, right? It says je ne sais pas on her shirt.
Yes.
And I love her hair. And you know, I'm in the
Yes.
hair business, BeverlyJohnson.com. We
it
can
out.
give you that hair and
You
those
need to fix her
hairstyles.
hair though, right?
Yeah.
I love her style,
Love
but
her
she's not
hair.
into hair.
Oh, I love
Fluff it
her
up,
hair.
fluff it up. I think she looks great. Check her out at According to Trish on Instagram, and on her website, it's fashionaccordingtothemenu.com.
Well, we want to thank Miss Beverly Johnson for joining us. We need to have you back
We can talk to you for hours.
we need to talk wigs and hair and beauty.
Oh my
and
God. Oh my goodness. And we'll never forget this day because it's my birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Beverly, I got a question. Are
Yes.
you gonna eat the birthday cake tonight, or it's a no-no because you're dieting this
I
week?
did. I've been eating the birthday cake all
Before.
week. I have this thing. I celebrate my
happy to hear
birthday
that.
all year round.
Hey,
Love it.
you gotta love
Anyway,
that.
Love you guys. I had so much fun.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so
for
much.
joining us.
I love this forum. It's wonderful.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank
Where
you so
can
much.
everybody? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? Where
I'm
can
on
people find
Beverly
you?
Johnson. One is my Twitter handle, and I do all my own tweeting. And I'm on Instagram and
Awesome.
Pinterest and all that Hootsuite or whatever it is. But I
you do
do.
mine?
I have my Twitter, my Tweety birds. I love them very much. And BeverlyJohnson.com. You can buy all the hair extensions, clip-ons, everything. All the most fabulous hair.
Courtney, where can we find
You can
you?
find
I
me
got
on Twitter and
blonde,
Instagram
631.
at Stewart Starlet.
Where can we find you?
Valcal, VALKHL, guys. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You can find me, Diona
That was a
Vaughan.
German
It's
accent.
me, Diona Vaughan, or it's me, Diona Vaughan.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking French, maybe it's gonna be better.
All right, guys, thanks so much, and we will see you next Friday.
From producers Maria Menounos, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, Kevin Undergaro, and the entire BHL crew, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us at info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I'm your BHL announcer, Scipio. Instagram me at Planet Scipio. Thank you for tuning in.
Hollywood redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.